What? No park. I can't park
find
here?
somewhere else, buddy.
All right, whatever. I suppose this will work. You guys want to see the latest and greatest? Check this thing out. It's starting to come together. And I realized I just kind of pointed at the Defender. I didn't mean the Defender. I meant the outdoor shower, which has now evolved from just the outdoor shower to the outdoor shower, wash station, garden hose supply, power wash station, power center, illumination, security camera, fortress. This has been one of those projects that's just been spread out over multiple weeks and evenings. An hour here, an hour there. So I don't have any footage of me doing a lot of this work, but I'll catch you up real fast. Over here, you can see the mess of lines running in and out of the barn. That's what happens when you put electric and data and stuff in after concrete. No big deal though. Got the backhoe out, dug a trench. We got power now running through here and over to the outdoor showers. We got power coming in, a couple outlets under here. One's gonna be dedicated for this electric pressure washer. Another one I'm gonna be putting an electric hose reel up here. It's on the Defender. And then I have a switch that runs to a pair of floodlights. One up there on top and one this way, kind of facing out toward this side drive. Got my garden hose reel up front, and then of course the shower itself. So if you have not seen this, there's a whole video build series on it from last summer. It weathered the winter just fine. So in the winter time, we opened the valves and drained all the lines, which are fed by garden hoses. So that was open. The valves inside were open. We bled all the lines. The valve out here was open as well, and it was fine. No leaks this spring. Works just fine. Love this thing. It's a fantastic addition to the pond to have out here. And honestly, I like showering out here more than I do in the house. So I got a few things to button up yet on this today. I'll just bring you guys along with me. This is one of those projects that just started with an outdoor shower. And then, oh, I thought it would be cool to have an overhang here and do some little stuff on the back of it. Which turned into last summer me adding this garden hose reel just so we have water accessible for the barn lot, the pond, whatever. That's good enough for now. I just didn't want anybody to roll their ankle. While not necessary, I intend to feed the power washer from softened water, which is what the shower's fed from, or fed with. This little hose bib right here is tied to the shower valve in there. I have a 6-way diverter. So we have a rain head and a wall head. And then this one. So the idea is I can turn on the cold softened water in the shower, flip the diverter to this, and this will be plumbed to the power washer. So I have softened water so as to not damage my power washer. We have well water, so we have extremely hard water. Nice to have softened water run through that. And then this will get a dedicated garden hose line, which is right here, needs to be hooked up. I'll tell you, over the years, I have learned quite a bit. So I did do all the electrical stuff myself. Having a few friends who are electricians certainly helps out. And I'm not fast at it and I'm not great at it, but I know enough to get some stuff done, run circuits, etc. Honestly, it's nice to be able to do that. You save a ton of money. What am I doing here? I may have already said it, but the whole goal with this area was just to make it a more pleasant experience to be out here, use the pond, use this area, etc. And it's coming together quite nicely. Obviously, I haven't mowed grass in a minute. For me though, I've always thought that mowing grass is kind of pointless because it's just gonna grow again. You're just wasting your time. I just laid the hose out for the well water to that hose reel. It's not long enough. We're gonna have to get an extension. It'll make it to about that rock right there. But let me show you how this is all set up and how I plan to make it a little better. Again, up here at the house, I got my 3 lines. That's hot softened. That's just cold softened. And that's straight well water. So the 3 lines come out. This isn't the prettiest setup, but it's the cheapest, the quickest, and very easy to winterproof. You know, I'll bunch these up. I might throw them in a conduit at some point to clean it up. I'm gonna put some conduit hangers on the underside of this bridge right here so that they aren't laying on top, but be kind of supported underneath and not laying down in the ditch. Stand here though, you got the little creek running below us, and I want to line this with riprap at some point on both sides, clean this up real nice. You can see how this has become a beautiful entry exit point to the barn lot slash pond. At night, we got these LED lights strung about above. You can't see them right now. Just a nice setting. This bridge has also been a really nice addition. I love this thing. I knew it would be nice to have to be able to cross through here, but such a difference maker. And remember to go ahead and fish these through here, otherwise you're going to be chasing them backwards. Oh, where are we going to put that? Oh, I love not being able to see stuff when I'm screwing into it. This will be fun. This isn't YouTube appropriate. I'm going to be saying some bad stuff. I'll see you in a minute. I tidied those up a bit. Was very tempted to dig a hole, you see my shovel's here, and punch it underneath so it stays kind of inside the run there. But without having a sleeve on that, some kind of piece of conduit, I know that fall time me would be cursing myself, so I left it for now. Just put a few hangers up here to keep it suspended. I really would love to have this go around that tree, but I don't have enough length right now. And the other one stops, kind of deadheads right there. We'll have to add some length to that. If I could find some cheap 6-foot extensions or so, 10-foot, I might add those on there. A year later, the bridge has been awesome. It's not listing either way, still very level, solid. It's got 3 telephone poles under it, about 24 inches in diameter, one of them is. Pretty solid. I bring the golf cart across it all the time. Haven't taken the Defender or the hopper across it. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I work on things, I end up working so hastily just to get the project done that when I'm done, there's so much stuff to clean up, so much random stuff. Then again, I was doing a lot of electrical work, and I've never met a tidy electrician. Kyle might be. I could actually see Kyle leaving a pretty clean job site, but otherwise, no. I guess we'll go ahead and hook up some of the water connections. If you guys have not used quick couplers on your garden hoses and your power washers, man, you're missing out. Now, if it's something that's always going to be, permanently set up, then fine. You don't need them. Also, always keep a ton of these on hand. Extra O-rings for your garden hoses. I got so tired of garden hoses just spraying water everywhere at the top every year, so I just bought a massive set of them. But as a perfect for example, as I mentioned earlier, this is softened water. More importantly, I can get hot water out of this. So when we're out at the pond, sometimes the smaller kids will set up like a baby pool for them or a splash pool, and we want something that's not, freezing cold well water. We'll run hot water out there. And so if I can get hot water from right here, great. But if this is hooked up to garden hose water, then I gotta, manually thread things back and forth. And a lot of times we'll be end up using garden hose water out there too to spray off the dock, etc. So I have this garden hose Y, which we'll thread on here. This end will go onto my hose reel. And then this end on the hose reel, after we clean it out, we'll get this quick connect fitting. So we have a male quick connect fitting on this end and a female on that end there. And so the idea, if this thing reaches, looks like it will barely, is that we can have hot water on here if we want it, and when we're ready to swap back to garden hose water, we'll just unclip this. The well water side will have this female coupler. Here's a quicker look. And so we can change these hoses out from hot softened water, or just any kind of softened water, to well water in about 10 seconds without having to unthread anything. Be a nice little addition. Big fan of garden hose elbows too, by the way. And then the power washer side will be permanently connected to the left side of that Y. So I won't be using quick couplers there. We'll just thread it once and be done. This is one of the better ones I've found on Amazon, kind of balancing price versus performance. Namely meaning gauge. It's a 12.3, so fairly heavy duty, but I got the exact same one in the barn in yellow. Today I'm going with orange to match my power washer here. Well, here I'm looking at it 60 feet. 13 amp rated, 12.3, yeah. All right, so he's gonna live up here. I don't probably need that much height, but just try to keep it out of the rain all the more, and well, honestly, extra room. The leader line's got plenty of reach to it, so I'm not too worried about that. It's really just pick where you want to put it and go for it. Just want to make sure it's below that header. All right, let's get this thing up here. It's nice that it has this little bracket it just sets in, so in the wintertime I can easily just pop this thing off here and leave the bracket. I'm gonna go a little bit more to the left. My water line comes down right here, and while I'm pretty sure I won't hit it, I'd rather just not hit it. Just trying to catch a stud on at least one of these. Some people might say I went a little overboard building all this. Well, two things. One, yeah, welcome to the channel. My name's Adam, that's me. And two, anything worth doing is worth doing right. Even if I didn't do it right, air quotes, even if I didn't do it right, I put a lot of time, effort, well, and money too, into this, and I'm pleased with how it turned out. So keep your comments, if they're bad, to yourself. I welcome the good ones though. Actually bring it on. I got tough skin. They give you an insane amount of concrete anchors for this. They must think you're just, I don't know. I found my own screws. Probably should pre-drill this, but whatever. Tell you what, I got room for a chair over here. probably get a mini fridge out here. I may never leave. Nice. I put this massive extension box on here because I knew I had to navigate and fight this large power block from the pressure washer here. Problem is, this block is so big, even if it were to go all the way in there in the back, the bottom doesn't want to make it. Now I could punch a hole in this in the bottom here. Don't really want to do that since it's supposed to be fully closed up. We're going to try this little jumper. I was playing around with this the other night. So what did I decide? I can't recall. All right, a little finesse, she's going to work. Not the prettiest, but that's kind of what I do around here. Function over form. So here things are mostly buttoned up. I opted to just leave the little jumper inside the bubble cover, and this is unplugged. I have a cover for this actually as well. I'll throw on here in a second. So when I need it, I'll just plug it in. Otherwise, unplug it. The water is going to be the easy, quick item, which is nice. Let's see what kind of range we can get out of all these. The shortest of these is certainly going to be electric, but let's just see where we can go with this. Also on this electric reel, it's the same one I previously bought, but they made a change to it. I'll show you in a second. Only problem, I don't know how far to go. Oh, it feels like right there. It's not marked anywhere, is it? Oh, it wasn't done. Let's see if there's a marking on here that says, hey, you're almost out, you know. There's not. I may add one. There is not. All right, cool. So we made it to the Defender. That's well beyond halfway through the barn lot. Check out a power washer. Not too far off from getting to the pond, which is awesome because I have another 100-foot hose at the house that connects to this, and I can almost get to the dock. This one I can visually see it rolling off over there. No guesswork here. You know exactly how much hose is left as you're running it out. While we're here, let's just go ahead and grab this guy. Got some coilage there to lay out. That's probably close to 130 some odd feet. That thing is ridiculously long. But look how close we are to the beach and the dock. I got another big hose reel, like wagon style, that has like two or three 100-foot hoses on there. Now we can easily have water out here, whether hot for pools or warm, or water to help power wash the dock, or really got the power washer hose almost making its way out here too. But the best part of all these is that they're out when you want them and put away in seconds. When something is convenient, you will do it. So having a power washer set up like this, having water out here to wash cars or spray off the tractor or backhoe when I'm done with it for the afternoon, it'll get use, no doubt. Couldn't find any white duct tape, but I found the next best thing, or maybe even better, white Tyvek tape. Oh, I mentioned that this was the same but different. I know it's the same model or same item as before because I went to Amazon and said buy it again. But one thing they added on this is a cord tracker, so it goes back and forth, make sure the wire doesn't stack up on top of itself. My other one does not have that, so awesome to see that addition. Let me do 2 of these on here. That way when I'm heave-hoeing, I know it's about time. Let's do 3. Yeah, it's got a little tracker. It's nice. It's got a nice spring on it. Strong enough. Illuminated end, FYI. Alright, power washer. I usually like to hold a towel when I do this kind of stuff. Don't have one. I'll be curious how well this thing will rewind itself when it's full of water. I bet it's fine right now, but then again, pulling that out there was pretty tough. All 3 of these have a guide on them. Whoa, slow down. I mean, they're plastic, so. And the last thing to do or add is this cover for the power washer. And this is not in use. We'll probably flip it up here. I don't expect this thing to actually get much moisture on it. Got a covered top on here, maybe laterally stuff, but it is GFCI, so I'm not worried about it. Again, probably not necessary, but for 15 or 20 bucks, power washer. It's not cheap. All I gotta do is figure out how it goes on. Not bad. Keeps it out of the elements anyway. I think that only leaves a couple things to do. I need to get an extension to bring the well water hose to that hose reel, perhaps a couple extensions over here so I can go around this tree and kind of keep it on the gravel instead of through the grass. And one other thing that's kind of more of a to-do is to build a door for this. The shower curtain works, but as you can see right now, we get a lot of wind out here. We got some big open ag fields right by us, and the winds are always blowing. It's just nice to be able to stop that wind. Not so much because you get cold, but that blows the curtain into you while you're showering. It's kind of a pain. So to shape things up for folks who just see the videos but don't know the layout of everything, right here is the corner of our house. You can see the landscaping I'm working on. The goal is to continue to make the pond setting much more private. So I have like a dozen arborvitae trees on order. They're gonna go kind of from the corner of this landscaping bed over to where the ditch is. And then long term, where you see that black piece of conduit or pipe sticking up, that's gonna be for electric. I'm gonna put a set of gates in right here, just past this creek right here. So this will all become very, very private. And rightfully so. It's not exactly the best feeling to be walking out here in a towel when a delivery driver pulls up. I mean, I don't care, but my wife probably does. And I'm gonna continue to let this old tree line grow up, honeysuckle or not, and just make this a more exclusive feel as you roll out here. This addition right here already made a big difference last year. If you look back to some of the old videos, this used to slope off about 3 or 4 feet real fast. There was no soil in here. I brought in probably 15 loads with my barge wagon, built a shower, seeded it, and now, if the grass ever gets mowed, it's pretty picturesque. And it's a little overcast now, so I went ahead and turned the lights on. I probably don't render very well on camera, but you can imagine when you walk through here at night with the tree leaves just above your head, you got the lights above your head. It's kind of a nice setup. It's really peaceful and enjoyable. Still want to do some more out here, you know, hang some hammocks. May continue these string lights kind of out toward the barn or toward the kids' swing set way over there, but this was a lot of work, but a very nice addition. And while most of this is going to stay as grass, this area it's all disturbed, I'm going to kind of bring the asphalt path over to the right just a little bit and make it flare toward the barn. I find myself coming right here and walking to the barn a lot, so let's go ahead and make this more of a path. And before I do though, I'm going to put some drainage in from the far side over there by the backhoe coming toward me and tie in to this pipe right here. A lot of water flows through here after we get big heavy rains. And also, if you are watching this video as soon as it posted, let me know in the comments, have you ever been to the Indy 500? Because that's where I'm at right now. I always find it funny when people ask me where my channel is located. Indy, as in Indy 500. So let me know down below. And oh yeah, pray that it doesn't rain out. See you guys next time. I'm gonna go check on that parking spot over here.